Literally, the easiest and quickest way to sound more confident on camera is to pretend you're speaking to a friend because you know how to speak to a friend, right? So it's like, it's not this huge thing speaking on camera that you can't do. But so many people, they sound so unnatural because they pretend that they're speaking to an audience. They're like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And it's their first YouTube video and they don't really know what they're doing. And they pretend like it's like speaking on stage in front of a bunch of people. But it's not speaking on stage in front of a bunch of people because you're probably watching this just alone by yourself on the other side of the screen, right? So it's like I'm speaking to you as if you're one individual person. I'm not speaking to you as if you're an audience. And even when you speak to an audience, right? So I do stand-up comedy. When you speak to an audience, you're speaking to a bunch of individuals. You don't treat the audience as this like conglomerate. You treat them as a bunch of individuals. So like sometimes I do a little crowd work. So I'll ask like a specific person a question and then talk to them. And I speak to them in like first person. I'm not speaking to them in third person because even though it is an audience, it's an audience of individuals and you know how to speak to someone. So you break it down as if it's just like a one-on-one conversation. Same thing with speaking on camera. You post your YouTube videos as if you're speaking to one specific person. When I say one specific person, I'm saying like pick that actual person. What's their name? What do they like to do? What is the point of the video and how is it going to help that one person? Obviously don't say their name. Don't be like, hey, and Steve, this video is for you. But like, you know what that person's problems are and you know how to fix them. And if you can't think of anyone, think of your younger self because chances are that's who your video is for anyway, right? Because if it's lessons that you've learned throughout your life, then the younger version of you hasn't learned those lessons. So pretend you're speaking to your younger self or a best friend and you'll feel so much more confident on camera. And it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be easy at first. It'll feel kind of weird. It's kind of weird speaking to your phone. Like when I first started making videos, I was repeating myself like over and over again. And I was like, man, why can't I do this? But I would just envision that I was speaking to someone on the other side of the screen and that I was speaking to one specific person. And that made things significantly easier. And of course, it still takes time and effort and it's not going to be perfect, but you'll learn over time. The more you do this, the more it becomes a habit, the more it becomes natural. So it's like just put in the reps, but the quickest and easiest way to improve immediately is envision that you're speaking to one specific person. Know their name, know their problems, and speak as if they're watching this video because chances are they might be. Like someone like them may watch your videos, and if you've really thought about the problems that they're facing and are speaking to them directly, then the videos may really resonate with that person who's watching them. So it's like, don't speak to an audience, speak to an individual and envision that they're on the other side of the screen. And yeah, of course, you'll mess up when you're speaking. Like sometimes you see in this video, like I messed up speaking, but it's totally fine to feel, like you're messing up a little bit. That's totally natural. And it almost makes you more likable, right? Because if you came here and you delivered a speech completely perfectly, then it's like, it makes you less relatable. But if you mess up a little bit, it's totally okay. It makes you relatable. But just don't get so nervous if you mess up or that you're like speaking to a bunch of people and like don't get nervous that it's like a huge audience. You don't even know how many views you'll get, right? So it's like just speak to your phone as if you're speaking to a friend and it will make things a lot easier. And it won't be necessarily easy at first. Again, like I mentioned, it'll feel uncomfortable. You're not used to speaking to your phone. So even though at first it won't necessarily be easy, it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.